Hi everyone, it's Vicky here from Crafty Heaven, and thank you very much for joining me today. And thank you for joining me on another CraftStash YouTube hop. This hop is exciting because CraftStash are hosting a competition. So you will be in for a chance to win one of the new Creative Craft product tools that has not long been released. So here are some of the tools that you can be in for a chance of winning. And to enter the competition, you need to head over to CraftStash YouTube channel and subscribe. You also need to head over to everybody's YouTube hop and leave a comment, and all the links for those videos will be down below. And last of all, you need to head over to CraftStash website and sign up for their newsletter. So how exciting is that? But there is a link down below in the description bar where it will have all the information about the competition, as well as all the new tools on there as well. So the card I'm making today for the YouTube hop is this gorgeous Mother's Day card, and we're using Simply Made Crafts products to decorate it. And this is called the 4-fold pop-out card. So it opens up like that, and then we have this card that opens so you can add your message, and I absolutely love this. So let's get on and make this card. We're going to be using the Simply Made Crafts Bohemian Days stamp set, and also Simply Made Crafts Oasis Nights and Days designer paper. So everything will be listed down below. Card base first. So for that you will need a piece of card that measures 5.5 by 10.25, and we need to score this. So along the 10.25 inch side we will score at 1.5, 3, 4.5 and 6. Then you'll need another piece of card that measures 5.25 by 8, and along the 8 inch side we will score that at 4. So the 5.25 by 8 piece of card that we scored at 4, you just got to fold that in half. Then the card that's 5.5 by 10.25, we added those score lines. We're going to have the larger section here to the right, and then the first score line you're going to do as a mountain fold. The second one we're going to do as a valley fold. The next one, mountain fold. And then the last one, a valley fold. And then make sure that you go in with your bone folder. So then you should have an accordion style card. A paper trimmer, or you can use your ruler and craft knife, and you're just going to open this up, and we're going to have the larger section towards the bottom of the trimmer, and we're going to line up this edge here at 1 inch. Okay, and we're going to do 2 cut lines in between these score lines here, and we're going to do that on both sides. So you're going to line up this edge at the 1 inch mark, and get your blade, and you're going to line it up with that first score line, and you're going to take it all the way up to the last score line. Okay, so can you see we've cut all the way through? Then we're going to turn it over and repeat the same again. Line it up at the 1 inch mark, line up your blade with that first score line and take it all the way up to the last score line. So then you should have something like that. If you don't have a trimmer like this, you could just use your ruler and just mark at 1 inch from the edge here, and then just get your ruler and craft knife and just cut across there, and the same there. So now we need to change the folding a little bit. So this middle section here is staying like that, okay? Then these two score lines here, this one you're going to do a valley fold, and then this one you're going to do as a mountain fold, so it will look like that. And the same with this one, valley, mountain. And then just fold that all up and it will look like that. Add our pattern paper to this side first. One piece that measures 1 1/4 by 5 1/4, and that will go here. Then you'll need 2 that measure 1 1/4 by 3 1/8, 6 that measure 3/4 of an inch by 1 1/4, and they will go here. And then one piece that measures 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, which is this one here, but we don't need that yet, so put that to one side. So go ahead and stick all them down. That's done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the stamping on the card that we will write our message on. So for this, we're going to be using the Creative Craft product rotating stamp platform. So we've got our card here. I'm lining up the folded edge with the 6-inch mark, but I'm going to line it up just where that point is, okay? So I'm going to line it up there and try and get it as central as I can. Then I'm going to get my rotating magnet and I'm going to place that on there, and then that will hold that in place, but it will also turn it as well, which is brilliant. So then what we're going to do is you're going to get your stamp, and I'm using the feather from Bohemian Day stamp set from Simply Made Crafts, and I've lined up the middle of my feather on that 8-inch dash line here, and then the end of the feather is lined up with that 90-degree angle here. So then when we place that on there, you will see that the feather is just slightly overhanging the card, but you can see where that dash line is going to give that nice curve with those feathers. Just need to ink up our feather, and for that I'm using the Memento Tuxedo black ink. Pop that on there, and I'm going to stamp that down. Okay, so you can see that's done that. Then I'm going to rotate this dial here. So what we would have done normally is turned it twice, so we'd have gone 1, 2, but because my feathers aren't meeting there, I want to just take that dial back ever so slightly, so then that end of the feather is just touching that other feather. Okay, so it's in between that first line here and that 30-degree line. Then I can remove this and ink up my feather again, and then we're going to press it down. Okay, so you can see it's just missed it ever so slightly, but I can use a black pen just to join that up. So it's not a big of a deal that I've missed it ever so slightly. So then again, we're going to turn this till that end of the feather meets up with that other one. So I'm going to turn it and just keep going until you think that that feather is about joining with that one that we've just stamped. Press that down, and there we go. And then we can remove that, and there we go. How cute is that? So now what we're going to do is we're going to add this into our card. To add that on there, so again, just add some glue. So then your card will look like this, and then this will open up and we can add our card white piece of card to go in there. So this measures 3 3/4 by 5 centimeters here, and I actually got these off CraftStash, and it's their PNG files. I will link them down below. So I've got one that says wishing you a fabulous Mother's Day, and then the other one says with love. And I just took it to my Cricut and just altered the size of what I wanted it to be. So this one here is 2 5/8 by 2 7/8, and then the with love is 1 7/8 by 1. Okay, so we're going to cut them down, and I'm going to add them to some glitter card and also some matching card that we used for our card base. So the glitter piece measures 3 1/8 by 2 3/4, and that will go on top of there. And then these two will go on top of this one, which is 3 1/4 by 3. Then for the with love sentiment, the glitter card is 1 1/8 by 2. Lilac card is 1 1/4 by 2 1/8. And then okay, so I've glued all them together now, and I've added some foam tape to the back of this one. But then for this one, I've just added it into the center here. So we're going to add this on top, and I'm going to bring it over slightly so there's a slight gap here and it overlaps the edge here. And then I'm going to get the with love, and I'm going to add that one here. Fold that over. You won't see that until you open it up. So now what we need to do is just decorate it. So for that, again, we're using the Bohemian Days stamp set. Stamping one of these feathers here, and I'm also stamping this smaller feather, and then I'm going to stamp this flower here. And so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it with my Memento ink because we're going to be using the Creative Craft felt tip colouring markers, but we are going to be using the Creative Craft marker pens, and they come in this nice case, and as you can see we get a variety of different colours. They are all numbered, and they have a broad tip and a fine tip, and you can also blend with these as well, but I'm not going to be doing any blending today. I'm just going to be doing some simple colouring with these. You also get a colour blender. So I'm using number 61, which is the peacock green. A glitter pen, and I'm just going to go over that so it just gives it a bit of sparkle. I'm going to fussy cut these out, and I'm going to add them to my card, and I'm going to add some sequins and diamantes flower, and I've added it to the with love sentiment, and then I have just added one of the smaller feathers and then the larger feather on there, and again I've got my sequins and diamantes on there, and I think it is a really pretty Mother's Day card. And then you can open that up to write your message. That you enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget to enter the competition for today's YouTube hop. All the information for the competition will be down below, and you can go and see everybody else's YouTube hop videos as well. And don't forget to give them a subscribe, a like, and also comment on the videos. So till next time guys, if you enjoy this video, please give me a big thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel, and see you very soon. Bye for now.